Okay, this one we going to make the white grass from the editable poly from the standard primitive and from the spine. First one I will make it from the spine. Select line and then make the first vertex and drag. If you hold the shift, you can drag it horizontally and vertically. If not, you can drag it freely like this. If you click and hold the mouse, you can create the curved line instead of the straight line. Okay, after we finish, we right click to end the process. Okay, after we got the profiles of the class in the half class, we go to modify line and then we click on the arrows. We still can edit the shape of the vertex like this. To reshape the grass to be the shape that we want. Uh, the grid here, I give it one block is equal to 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. So I can know the size of the glass when I drag the line according to the grid. Okay, after we got the shape that we want, after we got the shape, we go to the modifier list and type LATHE or lathe. For the lathe command, it will make the shape allow the axis by the profile that we made. So we will check the axis is the right axis that we want or not, X, Y, Z. For this case, we make the profile allow the Y axis, and then we check the alignment, which one is should be the right shape. Okay, now we see that is a alignment is the max in the Y axis. Okay, now we roughly got the shape, but it's still the hollow shape. If we see it in the default shading, it still doesn't have the texture or surface, so it cannot show the colors. Next, what we're gonna do is change it to the editable poly. You will see some error at the bottom of the glass, so we will fix it by choose the polygon, and then you hold the shift. When you select, you can select it easier like this, and then you delete it. Next, we're going to do the shells modifier. Let's see, SHELL shell. After we give the shells, it will become like a has a surface and doesn't look hollow like before. At this point, we have the inner amount and outer amount. The inner amount is mean the inner amount. Okay, we will try to get the outer amount. If we give it 1, it still keep the outer amount, but the inner is going to be thicker. But if we choose the inner amount will keep constant, but the shape outside will be thicker like this. Okay, after we make a shells, we need to check the polygon. If we can see, the bottom of the glass is still not closed, and we still has the hole inside because make a shells go along the previous shape. So in some part we doesn't want it to be like a double layers of the polygon, so we need to delete the layer inside. We select default shading and add faces, and then we choose the polygon, and then we select before we choose the polygon, we need to convert it again to editable poly, and after that we choose the polygon, and then we click on the surface that we want to delete. And then we hold the shift and do the selection. Keep selecting the polygon till it finish. And when you click on it, you need to check that you select only the polygon that you want, or you select some excess polygon or not. If you select some polygon that you don't want to delete, you can hold the alternate and click on that polygon. It will be deselected. And then you move around to check. If everything okay, we can press delete. Okay, next we're going to delete the polygon inside. Normally, if we make this in the propose for like the architectural still pictures, we doesn't need to clear the polygon because we doesn't need to worry about the polygon count. But if we want to do it as a game asset, we need to avoid the double shell polygon because it will make the file heavier and sometimes it make the program crash. Okay, after we delete the bottom part, we will check inside that we delete all the opt out unwanted polygon or not. Okay, now I will delete the insides and then I'm gonna make it as a flat surface. then delete. Okay, let's check inside. It still has some polygon or not. Okay, I think now we already clear the polygon that is the shell inside that we don't want. Next, I'm going to the borders and click on the border inside the glass and then cap. Now we has the flat surface of the bottom of the white glass. Next, the bottom of the base, we also use the border and cap. After we make the border and caps, if we want to make the shape rigid, we need to put more edges on the near the edge of the object by click on the polygon and then inset. You will see this inside. Okay, now we got this line to keep the form of the object that we want to make. So we will do it again inside the glass. I will also make an inset like this. Not only inside and at the bottom. At the edge of the glass also need to make the rigid body, like make the connection line to make it rigid. Okay, I will go to the edge and then select the top part and select the connect. And move the line up to the edge to keep the shape. And we also need to do the same thing here. We can try to turbo smooth by TUR turbo smooth. You see the edge is not rigid, but we can make it rigid by select edge and then ring. You will see if we press the ring, it will select every edge that allow the surface here. After that, we click connect to okay. Make the connecting line near the edge to keep it rigid form, and then go to the turbo smooth. It will keep the edge like this. Okay, now we finish making the white glass by red modifier. For the turbo smooth, if you still think like it still have some curve here, some corners, you can also change here it will be smoother. But when it's smoother, it means it has more polygon and it consumes more memory of the computers. Like this, you can see it has a lot of polygon. So before you make it, you need to consider what is the purpose that you want to use it. For the architectural rendering or high polygon work, or just the low poly for the games or the application. Next, I will check the size of it. Okay, I go to the snap and right click and see the home grid is grid spacing every 10 centimeters. That means now our glass is quite very big. It's like a 1.2 meters, so we need to scale it. Okay, now the size is quite okay. Next, I will create the glass from the standard primitive or the sphere. First, we make the sphere on the top view. And then we click isolate selection to focus only on the spheres. Then we right click and convert it to the editable poly. Change the view to the front view and then select add faces. Go to editable poly and select the vertex and delete the topper part. And also the vertex at the bottom. And next we will scale it to match the shape that we want. Okay, now we got the upper part of the glass. Next we will do the leg of the glass or the handles. We click one edge and then we click loop. It will be select the whole edge at the same line. And then I scale down and check at the front view. Change to move and hold the shift and drag it down. We got the handle of the white grass. And next, we going back to scale tools and hold the shift and drag again. And work between move and scale to create the shape of the white grass. You need to change the view to check the proportion. If not, you can just make the shape first and then edit it later. It's still okay. Okay, for example, I will change to the front view and see how it looks. Okay, after we finish making the shape of the white grass, we will do the same as the previous one, making the shells and delete some polygon that we don't want, and then we put the cap. Okay, so we going to the modifiers and then shell. Okay, I will make the connection line here, because if I delete this polygon, it will make the very big hole inside. It's quite difficult to select. I will try again. Okay, and then bring and connect. Okay, and then I will delete this polygon in the we will see the two layers of the sorry. Um, After we shells, I forgot to change it to the editable poly again. So now after shells, we need to convert it to editable poly first, and then we select the polygon and delete. We will see the double size of the handles. Now we also need to delete it. Okay, we finish from the inside. Next we will do at the bottoms. Okay, after we select them, we also need to move it allowed to check that error or not. Okay, if okay, we can delete it. And then next we select the borders and cap. We do after we cap, we do the inset on the polygon. Inset. Now we move to the inside. Border, cap, and then polygon, inset. And don't forget to select the edge and make the rigid line. And then turbo smooth. If we think this is not smooth enough, we can check it to level 2 of the turbo smooth, or we just go back and create more segment. Okay, the shape is more rigid. I will bring back the first glass and we compare it together. If you want to make the leg to be curved like this, you can also make it by select edge and then scale. The shape you can decide by what you want. Okay, after we got the glass, now we're going to make the textures of it, or the materials. For the material, we will press M. For someone, if you open it for the first time, it will be looking like this one. This one we also can put a lot of command inside. by dragging, but for the simple one is the compact material editors. For the beginner, we will use this one. We click at the first one, and then we go to the preset, choose the glass, and wait. Okay, now you can see in the globe it will appear like the glass. The next, I will give it the gold, polish gold. The third one, I will select the satin silvers. Normally when we apply the materials to the object, we can assign only one materials to one object, like this. Choose the materials and then we assign material to the selection. Before we click this, make sure that you select the right object. Okay, I will hide the 8 faces. Now you will get the glass here. You can see that it's transparent. We can change the opacity of it. Here, 1 is mean 100%. If we put 0.5, it means the opacity is, the transparency is 50%. It will be more opaque than if the previous one, like this. And also you can see it quite black. We also can change the color of it here. You can see it will be brighter. If you're okay, and then click OK. You still can see the thickness of the glass here. Okay, we need to change the colors. If we want to create two texture in the same object, we will go to the polygon and then 8 faces again, and then go to the front view or left and right view. And then select the polygon that we want to change to the polygon that we want to divide in one materials, and then going down to polygon smoothing group and then click 1. Next, select the other part that we want to make it the different material, and then click 2. Okay, now I will assign the first part. With the glass, and the lower part I will put it in the different materials. I will do the same with this one too. Okay, and then I will go to the polygon. And make the smoothing group 1. And I select the rest is the group 2 of this object. Okay, I will give this one gold. And I will give the rest glasses. I will hide the edit faces to show the difference of this. This one is the clear glass. This one is the clear glass with the silver lake. This one has the gold on the rim, and the glass is quite opacity. I will check that again. Okay. After this, we can press render to see how it looks like. Okay, I will try renders to see how it looks like. Okay, if we want to render, we need to go to the render setup. Or if not, we just press the shift key. It's a quick render. Okay, this is the quick render to see how it looks like. But if we want to see and set up the details of the rendering, we need to go to the render setup. We can choose what is the render engine that we want to use. Like this renderer, Arnold hardware renders or VUE5 renderers. And also we can set the size of the output and so many things. You can read it later. Okay, now I just only change the size and then I will render again. We got the bigger pictures. But for the bigger pictures, it also takes longer time for the renderings. We will wait till it finishes and then we will save and bring it to use with the previous simple class that we made. Okay, this is the pictures of the rendering. If we want to save it, we can save image and then give it a name. Okay, after we create the class, we give the name of it because like when we move a lot of object into the same file, everyone should be named. If not, we need to rename it again. Okay, then we save the file. Okay, finish. And for this one, it's gonna be okay if you work with the file in your own computers. But if you want to send your files to someone else or your friend to work together, you need to save like archive. When we select archive, it will save both objects and the materials, and it will become as the zip file. Like this. And for this, if you send to your friend, it will contain the materials. But for this one, you don't see the material because I use the material is the preset of the program. That means every one will have this material, so it doesn't show. Okay, now this tutorial is finished.